What's up, YouTube? It is Monday. I had 4 orders over the weekend, so I thought I would walk you guys through how I shipped these out. So I had 4 orders over the weekend to ship out and walk you through what I do. Dylan Harper, Carter Bryce, Castle. So I had a lot, 25, 26 tops lot. And then BTJ. That's the Saquon Uptowns. Need Brian Thomas Jr. Brian Thomas Jr. Uptowns. I had a Cooper Flag. Power Players SGC 10. I had the Miles Turner to 25, and the Spurs lot is the last thing. There it is, Spurs lot. So when it comes to these lots, with the lots, I like to at least look through and make sure that a couple of the cards match the item description, because I have a lot of lots. And once I can verify that, I'll go ahead and move on. Yeah. Okay. So we have the right lot. Now I'll go down the order. So this one's first. This is why I charge shipping. So I started the auction at 99 cents and it sold for 99 cents. But after shipping, the total paid was $10.54. My daughter stole my charger, so I need that for the scales to work. Jesus. That's why we can't have nice things. What I'll generally do, especially if it's a single, I use these to put on I'll sandwich it, which you'll see with the later one, the single that I do. So for this one, I'm just going to go in 3.6 ounces, so I'll put 4. Just wrap it like that. It's only 4 ounces. And I'll change the dimensions to 7 by 4 by 1 inch. Just say it cost me $5.89 when he paid $8.75 for shipping. So that extra $3 goes a long way when you're selling a 99-cent card. So hit print. Thermal printer is the way to go. I've done this so many times that I know where to cut these labels so they actually fit perfectly on these eBay padded envelopes. So I can't show you everything of the address, but perfect. So now you just go back to orders. Next we have the Brian Thomas Jr. Uptown's Get Shipping label. So this card sold for $150. This is the most expensive card that sold this weekend. So a couple things. One, I will make sure that I include a sticker. It's got the logo and contact information for the office. I'll throw it on one. Just put it on one side like that. Put it between here. And then I'll take the painter's tape and just like that. I have this one ready to go with the contact information on. Just helps presentation a little bit. And then I'll still want to weigh it, which just feels like it'll be 3 to 4 ounces again. So 2.7 ounces. So I'll change it to 3. Click Get Shipping Label. $3 ounces. That's what I already had there. So change the dimensions 7 by 4 by 1. Sometimes those are my default dimensions, but for whatever reason, sometimes it changes. Now, since this is $150, it's going to ask me to pay extra for insurance. I'm going to skip it this time. It's a roll of the dice. I probably should do it every time, but if it's just 50 or less, it's always $3.17, no matter what the amount is. So there we go. Do the same thing with the edges of the label. Same thing. Ready to go. Now the second one, so I'll go back to orders. Now the next one is the Cooper Flag Power Players, sold for $99 plus shipping. So Get Shipping Label. That's what this looks like. And for this one, it's a little awkward to do. One, you should always have slabs inside graded card sleeves, which I have. But two, to me, it looks tacky if you're using something to protect the card that doesn't even fit the size of the card. So you can either cut your own cardboard, or I have some extra bubble mailers from inbound shipments that I've ordered. So I'm just gonna put it in here. Then I'll double it by putting this in here. Almost forgot. Definitely want that on this one. So this way it's at least in the package somewhere. The buyer will pull that out 3 ounces exactly. Most important thing when you're shipping is the barcode. So if you have to pick a part of the label to bend around the outside, you just generally want to keep that one flat. Okay, last package. So this one I'll go ahead and put the, I always put the bag over where the adhesive is on the back, just for presentation, in case he wants to leave it in this card. He or she, the buyer, whatever. 9 out of 25, 99 cents also. Go back to orders. So card sold for 99 cents, but with shipping was $10.52, and it's going to cost me $5.89 to ship. Same thing as before. This time I'll put these on first and then put my label on, but normally I do it the other way. The reason for that is just because I don't have the label going all the way around an edge. Because when I do it, when I put it on this way, then I can either cut it. That's what I'll do with this one. I can just do it like that. This one's super light. I'm in trouble. I'm down to like 5 of these. .2 ounces. There's no difference between 2 and 3, so I'm just going to leave it at 3. And that's it. Going out to Thomas. So now we have our 4 orders ready to be dropped off. So there's a couple ways to do that. My outgoing mailbox, for whatever reason, isn't big enough for packages, only the thin envelopes. So I can either call the post office or go online and schedule a pickup here at the house the next day, or I can just drive to the post office, which is like 5 minutes down the road. Or I live in a fairly big neighborhood, and lots of times around lunchtime I can catch the mailman in the neighborhood, and I'll just take them to him and be done with it. That's the big thing for shipping. Having your supplies. Thermal printer is huge. The Dymo. Turn you around here. That's a lifesaver because you don't need ink, and it just spits it out as soon as you're done. I need to hit stop on the computer. Had these guys out. Drake May just made it to the Super Bowl by barely winning the AFC Championship. So having your orders broken down into, or your listings on eBay, like my top drawer being football, second being basketball, third being baseball, and everything else. So I know immediately where to go. So what I have to do is just drive around the neighborhood and look for the mailman. I guess I don't have to, but I'm on the way to the post office anyway, and if I see the mailman on the way, then I'll just stop. And the big things to keep in mind when shipping, I think presentation is important, so I always want the buyer to, oh, I just saw a mailman. I'm gonna turn around. I always want the buyer to open the package and be like, oh, this looks nice. Like, the seller cares about what I bought. Some people, and I've even bought plenty of cards where you open the package and it's like, whoever sold this clearly does not care if this gets damaged in transit. And that's not the kind of reputation that I want, because I care about repeat business. Like, someone gets a card from me, they're also going to get my contact information. I include a sticker with my website, logo, email, phone number, so that way they could potentially, anytime in the future when they want a card or they're shopping for something, they know that I'm legit, and that's one less thing they have to worry about. So I also make deals offline lots of times. So people don't like doing deals on eBay because of the fees, and some people sell on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. So once you get your contact information out there, it's just another avenue to sell. So other than presentation, I have my eBay store set to 1 day turnaround. So that's completely up to you how you want to do it. Lots of people have 3 day. I just do it this way because it's one more thing for the buyer to I guess like and respect or want, whatever. Just another thing they're looking for. They know when they buy a card from me, it's going in the mail tomorrow at the latest. Sometimes same day. Since I live in Hawaii, lots of people buy in the afternoon, evening, East Coast time, and it's still, the post office is still open here, and I'll get it in that day. Alright, hold on. So what's funny about this whole thing is that's my house right there. I could have walked out the back door and met the mail lady here, but when I left the house, she was not here. So I just made a big circle around the neighborhood. So presentation, time to turn around your shipping orders, and I think probably the most controversial topic with shipping is paid or free shipping. I understand the argument for free shipping because lots of times that's something people search for, where they'll check free shipping as a criteria in their search. I get it. I've heard you can, get more sales with free shipping, and it's probably true. What I do, though, I charge for shipping because you get a discount through eBay with the deal that eBay and USPS has worked out. So, for instance, for Ground Advantage, your buyers will probably pay around $8 for shipping. And then when you see, look at the chickens down there. We have wild chickens in Hawaii everywhere. They just run around. What was I saying? I understand the argument for free shipping, but at the same time, it's, to me, like, two of the orders, I just packaged up 4 orders, and that's what I just gave to the mail lady. 2 of those orders, the auction ended at 99 cents. I thought one was a Topps Chrome basketball at a 25, and that's a new product. I thought for sure that was at least a $10 card. So I started it at 99 cents, and it ended at 99 cents. So really, instead of only, if I offered free shipping, then I lose on that deal. But since I charge for shipping, I also make the $3 difference between what the buyer pays in shipping and what eBay actually charges me. So the auction ends at 99 cents, but I actually profit around $4. That's just what I do. But like I said, I understand the argument for free shipping, and I've done that before in the past. To me, I think it also depends on what you're shipping. Like if it's an expensive item, it may be worth it to get more eyeballs on it to offer free shipping. But then you're balancing and trying to bounce back and forth. Is this free? Is it not? Like, it's just easier to do one or the other. And for me, I sell a lot of low-end stuff just to get rid of, one, to get more transactions on eBay, get your seller rating up, and then two, also to just get the product moving. That's my biggest downfall, I think, as a seller and collector on eBay, is my office is completely taken over with cards. I would like to get my card collection down to whatever I want in my personal collection that can fit in the safe, and then no more than 50 cards. That I originally said 20, but I feel like that would be a little too boring. No more than 50 cards, and have them basically all listed on eBay. That way you always know what your inventory is. It's easier to keep track of what you paid for your inventory, because I get offers a lot on eBay, and I have to think back or go back on eBay and search, like, what did I pay for this? Because I don't want to take a loss on it. If I'm more willing to take a deal, accept a best offer, if I made at least say 10 or 15% on the deal, so I can then churn that into another product, make another 10 or 15%. But if you don't remember what you put in the deal, you're not going to survive in business, not even knowing what your margins are. So yeah, I don't know why I didn't just turn the camera around on me, because I'm in the driveway. But one, if you treat this as a business, you should always know what your numbers are. You should know your margins, at least a bare minimum, because in a business like this, without set prices, your margin fluctuates. You might accept a best offer, and it may be for different reasons. If you make consistently smart decisions, then your business will grow. But if you don't know your numbers at all, and you just leave it up to chance, then your chances are you're not going to make it in the long run in business. So now that we've listed the Drake May, it's the Drake May lot. It's $422, and here are the Mays. What I'll do with these, I'll get a team bag to put them all in. Usually I'll take one of the cards, turn it around facing the other way. That way I can see from both sides and get a better idea of what's in the lot. This one will be obvious that it's just a Drake May lot. And I have two cards to compare. Football drawer up here. The auction started at 99 cents. So now I'm gonna walk you through. I already packaged up 4 and gave them to the mail lady today. Those were the 4 packages that sold over the weekend. It's Monday, so I had another auction in today with the Travion Henderson. If you watch the video that has like the AFC championship in the thumbnail and a really bad AI picture of me, then you'll see what my thesis was on the Travion Henderson. But either way, it was a 3-day auction. Started at 99 cents, ended today. So the auction itself finished at 77, and then the total amount paid after shipping and taxes, everything, was 91.75. So the auction ended today. It was a 3-day auction, $77 after taxes and shipping he paid $91.75, and I think I saw that it actually cleared 73. Find Travion Henderson. Got him. What I like to do is put a sticker. I may have already shown this. I know I recorded it, but I don't know if I actually published it. I like to put a sticker here on my hobby armor. There's a code in the description if you're interested in hobby armor. I use these all the time when I'm shipping. Painter's tape. Always use painter's tape. Do not use Scotch tape. So I talked earlier, I don't know if it'll be in the video or not, but I was talking in the car earlier about presentation, and I understand this isn't perfect, but this is head and shoulders above the average package you get from eBay. I'll just take it, drop it in here. Put it on the scale, 2.5 ounces, so I'll say 3 ounces. Change the dimensions to 7 by 4 by 1 inch. I don't know why it was set to 12 inches. So $5.89 shipping. I charge for shipping. I also talked about this in the car. So this is a good example. The buyer paid $8.75 in shipping, and eBay is charging me $5.89. So that difference I get to keep. Really, just to help balance a little bit of the eBay fees. They're crazy. Anyway, everything's right. So purchase shipping label, and then print. So what I do to fit these on these eBay envelopes, I cut the ends to make it just a little bit shorter. The main thing when you're printing these labels is, I'm not going to show any addresses, but the barcode, as long as the barcode is scannable, that's the main thing. Get that barcode on the flat part of the package and that address where you can actually read it on the destination. Good to go. Oh, mail day. Got 2 packages in the mail today. One is the, I'm doing the bow rainbow. This is the PSA 5. So we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4 raw, and we have the PSA 5, 7, and 8 now. I have 9 and 6 also in the mail. I think I already talked about it, but believe it or not, the low grade are just as hard to find. No, actually, they're harder. The lower grades, PSA 1, 2, 3, hard to find. And then the other mail day item. This is went against my better judgment, and I got in a whatnot break, and it was random team, and I ended up with the Angels, and it was Bowman Chrome. Bowman Chrome had just came out, so I was like, all right, I'll do it. And ended up with a Nate Snead autograph to 250, and then a CJ Gray 149 out of 150. Both pitching prospects. I'm pretty sure both are in single A and may not even make it to, probably won't make it to majors this year, but it's their first Bowman, so just something to hold on to for couple years, and I don't really like pitchers per se. When it comes to baseball cards, usually it's the big home run hitters that have the most hobby interests, and so therefore bring the most money. Pitchers, even though they're great at their craft, for whatever reason, just the hobby doesn't love pitching. Also, this whole 6-7 thing, someone bid up the my Joker All Kings SGC9 that's up. It ends tomorrow, and the current bid is $677.67. And at first I was like, that's a strange number. And then I was watching a video today, and it was on YouTube, and what's the guy's name? I thought it was weird. And then I realized it was 6-7. That was why. Somebody's out there having fun with my auction. Just started the Drake May auction. The Drake May 7-day auction is going to be all. What I'm probably going to do is a couple more Drake May 7-day auctions with a couple lots throughout the week. And then that way I'm trying to make my money back from the purchase of the lot, and then send probably 20-25 to PSA before next football season, and then sell into the preseason hype. Regardless if the Patriots win or lose the Super Bowl, he's going to have a ton of hype come preseason next year. That's it for now. Thanks. Today is Monday, and the Patriots just won the AFC Championship yesterday. So I'm going to take some of my Drake May lot and go ahead and get them on a 7-day auction. Here's some more Drake May rookies, and then there's another stack. But I went through and looked at some that I don't think I'm going to grade, and that's how I landed on these 6. It's 4 o'clock Hawaii time right now, so 9 p.m. East Coast time. It's a perfect time to get this listing started, and I'll walk you through it. Know your numbers. And until next time. No, that's stupid. Bye. No. Holla at your boy. No. See ya.